Bradford, Loomis from Lineage Artistry here, and today we're going to be talking about performing rights organizations, what they are, what they do for you, and why they're important. Let's jump in. If you enjoyed this video, give it a quick like. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments down below. And if you haven't yet, go ahead and subscribe to the channel and click the notification button. That way you know when I have a new video out. Now, before we get started, it's important to note that songs can generate two different types of copyrights, and performing rights organizations really only have to do with one of them, and that's what we're going to be talking about today.
Songs can generate two types of copyrights. A copyright means you have ownership of. One is the composition. That's the rights to the lyrics and the melody of a song. And on the other side, the master. That means you have the rights to the recording of that song. For example, I released a single. It was a cover of a Bruce Springsteen song. I own the masters to that because that's my recording, but the song is his, so he owns the composition to the song. So he earns royalties for the composition, I earn royalties for the master. Now, tracking the use of songs and collecting payments for the various kinds of uses can be very tedious. So songwriters and recording artists will often assign their rights to be managed by a third party. On the composition side, again, that's the ownership of the lyrics and the melody of a song. Those third parties are called music publishers. While on the master side, and again, that's the ownership of the rights to the recording of the song, management of those rights can be assigned to a record label. Performing rights organizations collect performance royalties on behalf of songwriters, composers, and publishers for the music being played in public. They do this by selling blanket licenses to businesses and organizations to legally play music from the catalog that they represent. A performance royalty is owed to the songwriter and publisher of a particular song whenever that composition is broadcast or performed in public. This means radio, on TV, and many types of live performances. Some additional examples may include being played overhead at restaurants, stores, coffee shops, jukeboxes, karaoke bars, that sort of thing.
Now, remember how I said earlier that a performance royalty is earned every single time a piece of music is played in public? This includes the independent artists outperforming their own songs live. So many artists don't realize that when they play their music out live, they've earned a royalty, and all they have to do is go to their performing rights organization and log their set lists to get paid. If you're in America, there's basically 4 different performing rights organizations. The first two, ASCAP and BMI, are both not-for-profit organizations that have awesome apps where it's super easy to upload your set lists from your mobile device. ASCAP, the American Society of Composers, Authors, and Publishers, has an app called OnStage, and BMI, or Broadcast Music Incorporated, has an app called BMI Live. And it's super easy to log your set lists, and that way you can collect money that you've already earned that's just sitting there waiting to get paid to you. Next two are GMR and CSAC. They're both for-profit and they're both invite only. So whichever society you're a part of, you're definitely going to want to make sure that you check out their restrictions and their rules for uploading their set lists. In the description down below, I'll have a link to an article that's a really cool breakdown of the comparison of the different performing rights organizations. If you're not a member of a PRO yet, you need to be. If you've written a single song, what are you waiting for? Well, thanks for watching the video today. I really appreciate it. Again, if you liked this video, if you got some value out of it, go ahead and give it a like. If you have any questions or comments, leave them in the comments below. Check out the description for that link if you're not a member of a PRO yet. And hey, if you haven't yet, go ahead and subscribe to the channel, click that notification button, and I'll see you next week.